All right, welcome. Welcome. Week 13 already?
I feel like the Steelers haven't played in like
Oh,
a month.
that's what it feels like, man. Week 13, Steelers, Bengals, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Good morning, Jen. It feels like we haven't seen Jen in like a month either. She was on the Steeler buy schedule, apparently.
Right? Well, I missed your show on Friday, so I listened to the first 20 minutes. I don't think you guys talked sports at all for the first 20 minutes.
I know it was like the most relaxing I've ever been on the show.
It was entertaining. They were picking on your drinking and eating habits from a
Yeah, it's like
previous show.
yeah, it's like God forbid, a guy work third shift and have to find a meal whenever he can.
It didn't bother me.
Bunch of haters on the show. That's all I know. Bunch of haters. Speaking of haters, though, my God, is there any hatred towards the Bengals, or are they just
That
an
was
annoyance?
that was one of the questions I was going to ask you. Remember back in the day where there used to be buses that would go down and the whole stadium would be Steelers? Is it still
Yeah,
that way or
I don't know. I think they've had they went to the Super Bowl recently. They've had some success, but and so I think the fans are actually showing up for them, and you get to see you got Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, go watch those guys, but I don't know, man. I don't know if we're taking it over like we used to. I'm not anticipating it. There's going to be a presence there like there always is, but I don't think it's going to
right?
be as bad. But if the game comes ugly, if we're able to slow down their offense, I look for the Escalooser to be in full force, and by the end of the game, if the Steelers are winning, it's going to be like feel like a home game at the end.
Um, Before we get into the injuries, I guess are you gonna pull that up first?
Yeah, I got the injuries up, so whenever
I
we're ready, I can pull that up.
I really want to talk a lot about Jamar Chase today, if you're okay with that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, and
Arguably the
specifically,
best.
what are we gonna do to
Yeah,
slow him down?
yeah. Yeah. Let's pull up their injury report real quick here. I remember what I'm doing. There we go.
Man, it's been so long.
I know it's been a while. Corey Trice, Montrezl Adams, they're still out. They haven't been activated off the IR. Um, Alex Heisman's still doubtful. I don't anticipate him playing. From what I've read
Yeah, I don't
yesterday,
either.
I think he's going to be out one more week, which sucks because we really need him back. When he plays, man, this defense is so much better than what it is right now. Yeah, everyone else looks like they were going to play, which is good. We had all full practices on everyone, so that's awesome right there. Then Logan Wilson, he's been a disappointment. So if he doesn't play for the Bengals, I don't think they lose a whole lot there. And T. Higgins, he's another one. He's only played like 6 games. If he doesn't play today, that is huge in the Steelers' favor because now you can just triple team Jamar Chase all day long if T. Higgins doesn't play. But if he ends up playing, it's going to affect us a little bit in how we guard Jamar Chase. But none of their injuries really should be a concern to them unless T. Higgins doesn't play. And I know Joe Burrow said in practice, he was asked about it, the cold in his wrist, and he didn't like those questions because he said there's some discomfort and he didn't want to go into what the cold weather is doing to his wrist. So that could be a huge factor right there. This the cold and how that's going to affect his wrist that's been bothering him all year.
Old's affecting me, and I'm not even playing football, Mike.
Hey, I'm in here. The cold is not affecting me. I have a ceiling fan going and a floor fan going, and I am still a little warm. Could be all the alcohol consumed last night.
Did you
But
have a good one?
I had a good one. Yeah,
Nice.
stumbled home from the neighbor's house at like 2:30 in the morning. It was a good one.
what what
Hopefully, hopefully I
what's
will
your
be.
drink of choice?
Normally I do Bacardi lemon and Coke Zero. Last night, my neighbor he makes I think it's like Captain Morgan, some kind of like black velvet, I think, and then a little bit of water and a little bit of cream soda for a little sweetness. Oh my God, they
So
go down.
mostly alcohol.
Yeah, they go down like water. It is so good.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, so the injury report, nothing major on our end. Nothing really major on their end unless T. Higgins does not play. And then I hope he doesn't play.
He was limited practice here on Friday, so
Yeah, and I'm on Twitter now. I haven't seen anything, but my feed is all jacked up. It's still like 16 hours ago from the Penn State victory.
oh, speaking of which, did you happen to catch the Michigan game by any chance?
I caught the end. That was the best thing I've ever seen. If you don't want people celebrating on your field, how about you win the game?
Right.
Win the game. There's an awful
Absolutely.
concept. Win the game. They
Yeah, it
always,
makes it interesting. There's a couple top 12 teams lost.
oh yeah, Penn State did it, baby. That's all I know. For the first time ever, we did not choke.
Well, there you go. So you're in
Yeah,
the dance.
yeah. Well, we'll see how what Oregon does to us and how that affects us.
We'll
But
see
yeah,
if
so
Oregon's for real.
yeah, we will. Speaking of for real, is this defense going to step up? That's what I want to know.
The Steelers defense.
Yeah.
This is probably the best offense we've seen.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Joe's going to go out there and pass all over the field. Are we going to make them one dimensional and stop the run?
Uh, I. That's what I would. I don't know. I don't know because their rush offense is like what 21st in the league. So,
Right.
I it does not scare me at all, their rushing attack, but we've seen what teams can do once they start running the ball on us. So we get caught up into not knowing whether to take that away or take the pass away. We end up second guessing ourselves up until like the halftime. But I'd just force them to pass. Today, I am blitzing Joe Burrow early and often. I'm
Now,
sending five guys.
the Steelers, I mean, for the last 30 years at least, they've known to be blitzers. And
Yeah,
this year, we haven't blitzed very much. Do
no,
you think that that's the recipe for today?
I think it is definitely the recipe for today, especially without having Alex Highsmith on the other side. He provides more consistent pressure than what you can get from Preston Smith and from Herbig. I'm sending guys up the middle because there's God, I read the stat on Friday on the show. It's like what? Yeah, Joe Burrow holds the ball almost an additional second after he has initial pressure. So you get someone coming up the middle on him, forcing him to hold the ball longer, and he's mid tier when it comes to holding on to the football. Because we've been facing a lot of quarterbacks that get rid of the ball quick and fast.
Right.
Burrow holds it a little bit longer than those guys. Then you add on to the fact, okay, you're going to blitz, get in pressure. He's going to hold it more. That's just going to give that front five, if you send people, more time to get to him. And you got to get to him because also, too, if he's holding that ball longer, that's giving those receivers more chances to get open. That's giving Jamar Chase an extra second to get open. So I'm sending five. If I'm not getting pressure with four right away, I change up the game plan and I'm sending my middle backers. They're quick enough to get through there. They have to provide pressure from Landon Roberts, from Patrick Green, from Wilson up the middle. We need that middle pressure up there. Force him out to roll out to the left, roll out to the right side into those outside backers.
Now, what is Ike Taylor's, I mean, Jerry Porter Jr.'s job today?
um, One, catch the ball. If it's throw to, my God, this like isn't he? He is not the. He is the modern day Ike Taylor. He got the number down. He got the look down. He
Uncle
can
Ike.
shut. He can shut people down, but my man can't catch. He should have been hanging out with Antonio Brown, learning how to catch. But no,
I think I think he covered Antonio Brown whenever he was like a teenager.
yeah, I think so. Yeah, but no, I'm putting him on Jamar Chase, but I'm also putting a safety over there with him too.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Minka Fitzpatrick, you're not patrolling the middle of the field. You're seeing where Jamar Chase is, and you are mirroring him. You're that over the top. You just follow him around too. I'm putting my two best secondary players on Jamar Chase all game long. I don't care if that's going to open up the middle of the field for someone else. I'd rather let someone else beat me than Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow beat me. If Joe Burrow and their third string wide receiver beat me, so be it.
Yeah.
You know, because
Absolutely.
at that point, you got to think that your third corner is better than their third receiver.
You should hope so.
Because I'm comfortable with Dante Jackson going up against T Higgins. I'm comfortable with that. I think that will be a fun matchup to watch if T Higgins plays. But no, for me, Joey Porter, he's following him around, but you're having safety help. maybe even linebacker help too. Do what teams have been doing to Jetta all season long up in Minnesota, putting 3-4 guys on him. Take him out of the equation and force other people to beat you.
Now, on the offensive side of the ball, can we score with the Bengals, or are we really just relying on the defense to keep them under 30?
We have the potential. We see it. The way we were driving the ball the second half against Cleveland, we were, going down. We scored quick touchdowns. We can do it. It's just that offense is so slow to start. I don't know what it is. It's like a diesel engine going up a mountain, man. You just watch it. It eventually it gets to the speed it needs to be, but it takes forever to get there. They need quick starts. No 3 and outs. Like your boy Phil Seal says, and I hope he shows up, but no 3 and outs. He's right. You can't have these 3 and outs and keep putting the pressure on the defense. And that's what happens to them. They play so much in that first half, that defense, and they keep it close, and you're going to end up crumbling at the end, which sucks. But you're the highest paid unit in the NFL. You got to step up at the end there. But no, we cannot put all the pressure on the defense, because we saw what they did against the Ravens. Scoring like 35 points a game against the Ravens. The Bengals did. This is the high-powered offense. Their defense is one of the worst, if not the worst, in the NFL. You gotta capitalize.
Absolutely. I'm tired of these slow starts.
Yeah, like the Bengals defense's rush efficiency in advanced analytics, it's 28th overall. The Steelers is 25th overall. Something has to give there. We need to get the run game going, and their pass defense is terrible too. And we're right in the middle. We're 16th overall in pass efficiency, so we should be able to move the ball through the air. But what kind of time are we going to give Russell Wilson? That's the thing. The time to throw. Our quarterbacks don't have a lot of time to throw. That line's going to have to step up. But they only have one pass rusher over there in Cincinnati, and Hendrickson. He has 11.5, 12.5 sacks. Number 2 on the team has 2 or 3 sacks. So we shut that guy down. Russ should have all kinds of time in the pocket to find people to move around, hit the middle of the field. And that offense needs to click early and often.
He's been, sacked 4 times in the last 2 games each, correct?
Yeah. Some on him, some was just, the line whiffing on blocks.
Yeah. Frazier, he looked like a rookie on the one play.
He did. Him and McCormick. I don't want to say they're getting exposed, but teams now that know, okay, we can attack McCormick and force Frazier to come over and help him, and that's going to leave Samala one-on-one, and we got a guy can come right up the middle. The teams are starting to figure out how to beat the O-line. Now it's the O-line they just have to step up and beat the man in front of them at this point.
Somebody I really haven't seen much. Why did we get Williams?
I do not know. He came in that first game he was there. He won the game for us, and we barely see him since. You see him out there, and
is he just not better than
I don't know. I don't know. And I on paper he's better than Van Jefferson. He needs to get involved big time. I know they like to run in on obvious rundowns. They were going to run in Skarana because he's a better blocker than Mike Williams. Okay, that's fair. But why is he out there everywhere else? Or not? Why isn't he out there in obvious passing situations? Why can't he beat out Van Jefferson? He has to know the playbook by this point.
I mean, what is the playbook? You run routes, or you pass, or you block.
Yeah, it's not that hard. This isn't like back in the 90s when you had all the offensive coordinators were running. Okay, if you see this coverage, you're going to run this in the middle of your route. You're going to break this way, that way. No, now playbooks are just more or less run your ins, your outs, your cuts, your digs, your slants, your hooks, your crosses, whatever. And that's what you do. And he just needs to figure it out, man, because we need him. We need someone.
I just wonder if he's not 100% healthy. That could be the issue. If it's not that, then I don't understand it.
Yeah. I don't know. They need him out there more than he's been out there. I think he has 2 catches?
Did he get another one?
I don't know.
The only one I remember is the
I'm
touchdown.
gonna pull up his stats real quick, but I think he might only have that one catch.
It was a heck of a catch.
It was a heck of a catch. That's why I was so excited. I'm like, hell yeah. Who am I looking for? He has one catch, 32 yards. Guess how many targets he has?
3.
One.
He's batting 1,000.
So just keep throwing him the ball, man. It's just comical. It's
Yeah.
typical Art Smith as an offensive coordinator. This is what he was doing down in Atlanta. I got these weapons. I'm just not going to use them. I'm going to use them to draw attention, but it's not even working that way.
Speaking of attention, what about Washington? He's been getting what, 5-6 targets a game.
That's what it feels like. Yeah.
He seems to be that nice little safety valve for Russell Wilson.
He has become that safety valve. I wish the safety valve would be the tight end we're paying all the money to.
Right.
You're going to end up paying Freiermuth $12 million a year to be a decoy. We're going to run Freiermuth over the middle, but we have two quarterbacks who can't throw over the middle. I like it. But no, I'm liking the development of Mount Washington. He's just becoming such a more complete tight end, not just that big bruising blocker. And he's becoming that nice safety valve, and he's sneaky athletic. You watch him run; he looks stiff, he looks slow, but he has those long legs. Next thing you know, he's gained 5-6 yards.
When I watch him run, I watch the defenders just like not wanting to tackle him.
Yeah. Yeah, they are afraid. I give credit to those little DBs that do come up and try and tackle him. That's talk about putting your career on the line.
So, is there anybody on the Bengals defense that you fear?
Hendrickson. He's the only one. He is literally the only one on that team, on that defensive side that I fear. He has, what did I say, 11 and a half sacks? Yeah, 11 and a half sacks. That dude is he is their entire defense. He's averaging a sack a game. Dude's a beast. No one in their secondary really scares me at all. I'm attacking all of them. He's the only one. Mike Hilton out there, I have a feeling he might make a play here or there because he gets up for this game. This is Mike Hilton's Super Bowl coming up. But no one else really scares me. Geno Stone doesn't scare me,
What about Najee Harris in the first quarter? Can we get him going? He's another slow starter.
Yeah, he needs to get going big time. It's feeling like he's regressed the past couple weeks on his explosiveness out of the block. Just seeing how slow he is to hit the hole. This is like the nausea of years past. He needs to get just back to see it, hit it. And he's starting to get a little happy feet, it feels like. But, God. You want to be paid all this money, but yet you're getting beat out by your backup. And your backup would be the starter if he didn't have fumbling issues. I'm sorry, like Jaylen Warren on most teams, if he didn't fumble, would be the number one guy. He'd be beating out Najee.
Oh, he's so much more explosive.
Yeah, and that's the biggest problem with Najee right now. He's not that explosive. And if he can get that back, it's been lagging the past couple weeks, he's going to be fine because we need them both. Because once you see that rotation, when they're both going, teams don't know what to do. They can't stop them.
Yeah, especially when they're fresh,
Yeah.
You go sit out a series or 4 or 5 plays, then you're in there for 3 or 4 plays.
Yeah. Because I like the rotation that we have when those guys are going. It's just a thing of beauty. Because they both can do what each other can do. Some like Najee, he's the stronger guy. And Warren's strong, but he's just that 2/10 of a second faster than Najee. And you get that thunder lightning going with them, and I can't wait to see it happen this week. I want to see it happen. We need to see it happen because I don't want Joe Burrow to have that ball, all game long. We need to ground and pound these guys.
Right, and Phil the Steel's in here now, and we were
I'm
talking earlier. Mike was saying no 3 and outs today.
Yeah, Phil. Yeah, I shouted you out, buddy. You called. You've been calling it all week. No 3 and outs on offense. We can't have that at all. Yep, the offense better show up. That's what
So
we were
is
talking
there
about
is it
earlier.
what's the weather like down there? Is it just cold or is there any precipitation? Do you know?
Hold on, I'm gonna pull
You
up the
pull that
report
up.
here. Yeah, let me pull up the schedule.
Yeah, that Thursday night game was great. I love weather like that.
Me too. I love watching football in that weather. Just 32 degrees, not showing anything.
Okay.
No precipitation.
Just a lot of terrible towels waving.
I hope so. I hope
Be
so.
breezy. Who do we have here on the board? John's on the board.
We got
Morning.
John. We got John. We got Phil of Steel.
Steve.
Steve, shout out, big bro.
Morning.
What up? Got a cast of
Yeah,
characters here.
I mean, if we win today and we win next week, that Browns loss isn't that big of a deal.
No,
But if we lose today, now it's huge.
yeah, and that Browns loss. You watch the games the rest of this or last week, and then you watch the couple of these games during Thanksgiving. You put it in context of the rest of the NFL. It wasn't a bad loss. The Bears should have upset the Lions. The Raiders should have upset the Chiefs. It's just the
And
ball
what did you
bounced
think
in
of that
there.
call?
Uh, there
Like,
was there
like
was
illegal formation? Is that what
it
they
was an
changed
illegal
it to?
shift. No one was in there. One guy's trying to call false start. The crew got together. They made the correct call. Then it comes down to, okay, when was the whistle blown? That's what it comes down to. Who blew the whistle first? Did the guy blow the play dead while it was happening, while the ball was being recovered? That's when, and you can't review when the whistle was blown.
Right.
And that's the thing, because if everyone stopped, okay, yeah, it would have been a false start. It would have been a wrong penalty called because it wasn't a false start, but the play would have been blown dead. You go back
Now,
over. They just got
now
screwed over.
that was the first center taken in the draft, correct?
Yeah, that was what JPJ, yeah,
Yeah.
Jackson Powers Johnson. Yeah, that's a guy who had my eye on for the Steelers. I'm glad we
Right.
went with Frazier, baby.
Well, according to who was calling the game, was it like Tony Romo?
It was it Romo and Nance? It might have been Romo and Nance.
Well, whoever it was, the quarterback was saying that the Raiders quarterback was clapping, and that means hurry.
Yeah.
So he's saying that the center was correct to just as soon as he could snap it.
Yeah. And if that's the case, that's on the quarterback right there. The quarterback, who was it? O'Connell. He took all the blame.
Where the heck did he go to college?
Purdue.
Oh, okay. No wonder I didn't know where.
Yeah. You think a guy coming from Purdue would be a bit smarter than being. I'm going to clap my hands. I'm going to be ready for it. You can't be a dummy to go to Purdue. Come on now.
All right, we got Craig on the board. What's he saying? Steelers need to mix things up on defense. Only bring them 4 all the time. Yeah, I, that's what Mike was saying when we opened the show. We need a blitz today.
Yeah,
Blitz.
Oh yeah, I watched Ohio State get beat down. That always brings joy to me. I hate Ohio State. Notice Derpy's not here. I'm just hoping Derpy is okay after that crushing loss. He was quite quiet in the group chat after that game. I'm worried about him.
My old high school won the Whippeals, and they played, I think 2 days ago, versus Central Clarion.
Oh,
I have not seen a team this good since Aliquippa in '91 with Ty Law.
Oh,
this Central Clarion, it was 55-0. I was like, South Park's not even going to get a first down. It was a slaughter. Their quarterback was awesome. It was a good game to watch. Another weather game too.
Yeah, that team was stacked.
Yeah, so we could use 55-0 today for the Steelers, right?
I would love that. I want a big beatdown today of the Bengals. I don't think it's going to happen. I just have this sinking feeling that Cincinnati somehow, some way, is just going to find a way to win at the end. I have a feeling Minka's going to get screwed over on a call. That's just been the way it's been going for him. He blocks a kick, it's called back. I hope it's not the case. But
so now is college football done on Saturdays? Does the NFL go to Saturdays now? Or do we wait another week?
I think there's another week because you got the Army-Navy game coming up.
Yeah.
And then the NFL doesn't. I don't think they intrude on that one.
Right.
But then after that, I think we start to see Saturday games, which I find stupid. I hate.
You don't like the Saturday
I
games?
don't like no. Yeah, just give me Sunday, Monday. I hate the Thursday games. I hate
How about the Friday night game?
the Friday night games. I hate this. Teams are having to play 3 games in like 10 days. That's ridiculous. That's not gonna. You're not gonna have a good product out on the field. You see Thursday night games, and they are typically some of the worst games. Now you're gonna have a bunch of teams playing, and like on 10 days, 3-10, 3-12. That's not
Yeah, because
conducive for a good
Christmas
product.
is on Wednesday, right?
Yeah,
We play the Chiefs on Wednesday.
yeah, we play. It's ridiculous the schedule we have coming up. That's why we have to win these next 2 games because we got a game on the 15th, the 21st, and the 25th. Against
Yeah.
at the Eagles, at the Ravens, and the Chiefs at home. Are you kidding me? That's a brutal. That's just brutal right there. I don't
Just
care what you put those 3 teams up there. You know the Eagles game's going to be physical. They play physical football. You know the Ravens and the Steeler game's going to be physical. Then you follow it up with the Chiefs. That is
just look at the quarterbacks we have to play.
yeah.
Burrow twice, Lamar
Yep.
Jackson,
Jalen Hurts, who's
Hurts, and Mahomes.
yeah.
The only break is the Browns game, and we already lost to them.
Yeah. You don't know which Jameis Winston you're getting, and then throw in Saquon Barkley, Derrick Henry, AJ Brown. Okay, we're just who's a murderer's row of some of the best athletes that we have to go up against.
What is the Eagles' record? Are they in second in the NFC?
Yeah, they're what 9-2, 9-2, 10-2, something like that.
That's just brutal.
Yeah, they're 9-2. Yeah.
And we have the Ravens a half a game behind us. They're at 8-4.
Yeah.
The Chargers are 7-4, and the Broncos are 7-5. So those are the 3 teams we've got to stay ahead of.
Yeah.
Mostly the Ravens, obviously, but
yeah. And we are us and the Lions are the only 2 teams that have 100% winning percentage against teams with winning records. The bad news is we play we're in the stretch of the Browns, Bengals, Browns. So that's
we're going to lose to them, and then
we're going to beat everyone else, which I would find so funny if we drop these 3, win the next 3, and then that Bengals game to close it out is a toss-up. That's just going to – wouldn't that not be a typical Steeler season? We drop these 3, everyone's like ready to jump off the bridge, everyone's ready to burn the team down, and then we come back storming into the playoffs on a 3-4 game victory. I can see it happening.
Somebody's claiming that Ryan's with turkeys again. It's possible. It's very possible.
It could be. I don't know, man. Steeler Freak might be there too.
Jen wants to see the moon ball flying.
Yeah, we need to get that back. And like you said too, the fronts of front, man, we got to get pressure, because man, you make Burrow hold that ball, make him dance around in the pocket, give your edge rushers a time
you really
to go.
need to force him to throw the ball quicker than he'd like to.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. We've been getting killed by guys throwing the ball quick. Man, these past. I don't know why, but this just made me chuckle. Married with Ryan with Derpy's aunt. Oh, got a bunch of sick fucks in here.
Yeah, this is quite cult. That's what this group.
He's Roman Wilson. He's done for the year. They shut him down.
Yeah, he's just a no-show. He's wasted pick for this season anyway.
Yeah, hopefully he can come back storming in next year because see, that's the guy I thought they thought would be their number 2 receiver. Is how well he played in college and how well he did against man coverage in college.
At this point in the season,
point in the season, he would be he would be becoming a budding star receiver, and it just the high ankle sprain and then like a hamstring injury or some other shit popped up as well for him. It kind of sucks because this kid was a damn good receiver in college. I thought he was going to be a steal of a pick, and it just didn't work out. Yeah, it sucks to me. Him and Fatano. You're number 1, and you're number? Wilson was second round, third round, third round pick.
He was the third. Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, Frazier was second.
Yeah, and those are 2 huge components missing from this offense because you put Fatano at right tackle and you get Broderick Jones on the bench. I think this line's so much stronger. than what we have right now.
I just
Oh my God.
That's like explicit
Oh.
preview game.
Oh my God. Oh, that might be the
See, this is
comment of
what
the
happens
day.
when you don't show up, Ryan.
Yeah.
People's minds wander.
Yeah. We just or I'm gonna change the title to erotic fanfic here.
Yeah, where instead of where's Waldo, it's where's Ryan.
Where's Ryan and Derpy?
Oh boy.
But yeah, so to stop Jamar Chase, we can go over that again for anyone who came in late. See, look, Jen knows what's up.
Yeah, Jen should just host the show.
She should. She needs to facilitate the comments. She's on top of it more than we are right now. Yeah, you have to limit the yak for him. And for anyone who just tuned in, I don't know if you guys heard earlier, my plan is, if I'm the Steelers, this is probably why I'm not a defensive coordinator. Joey Porter Jr. is following Jamar Chase all over the field. But so is Minkah Fitzpatrick. He's falling over the top. Wherever Jamar goes, that's where Minkah goes. I don't care if it's telegraphed. You force Joe Burrow to find other receivers, force him to read the defense, force him to hold the ball a little bit longer, and then you add that in with the pressure. You add that in with how long he holds the ball anyway. Your front four, front five should be able to get him down and disrupt him. I don't want Jamar Chase to beat us. If T. Higgins beats us so well, if the number 3 receiver beats us so well, oh my God.
I can't look at the comment section anymore. Making it difficult to do the show. That's a good one.
Oh my God.
Yikes.
Oh my God. But yeah.
You guys are hilarious. This is good stuff.
You guys are killing me. I am loving this.
So basically, we've got to limit Jamar Chase.
Yeah, limit Jamar Chase.
Are you okay if Joey Porter Jr. has a couple holding calls today?
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'll take a 5-yard, a 10-yard, a 15-yard, even a 20-yard pass interference to a touchdown, to a 45-yard play, to a game-changing big play from Jamar Chase. I will take that all day, every day, and I'll take 5-yard penalties. I'll take 5-yard hands to the face penalty, and yes, once they get the ball, you just stick them. And, that's an area that Joey Porter has improved on big time. Big time is his tackling this year. It's night and day from last year. So I just don't want to see people running free through the secondary.
Tickle? Oh, jeez. Joey Porter Jr. tickles him. I think we're going to lose.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. That's what they're doing to Derpy's hand. Tickle, tickle, tickle.
All right. So we might as well talk about TJ Watt while we're.
Oh, see, now you got to bring the mood down.
He hasn't played well the last couple games.
He has not.
Is this a breakout game for him to get back on track?
It should be. The Bengals tackles. Who we got? Amarius Mims, Orlando Brown Jr., who's not lived up to the hype. He should be lined up over Amarius Mims all day long. He has to beat the chips. They're coming. You gotta beat them. And I don't mind if you're going to chip him, you're going to hit him with a guard's going to shadow over. Okay, if people are coming towards him, I want other people to make plays on the backside, and then Watt just needs to keep battling through it the way he did against the Giants. You felt like all game long, he didn't do a whole lot, but then when he finally was able to get to Danny Dimes, get the sack fumble, and that flipped the game. And even against the Commanders, he was kind of held in check, but then had some key pressures late in the game that, contributed to the win. Now, against the Browns, we didn't have that. We didn't have him coming through and making that one or two key pressures, one or two key sacks that we're used to seeing in games like that, where he is kind of bottled up and he needs to get back to it. If they want to bottle him up all day, that's fine, but he needs to come through like he did in the 2 previous games, and with a sack fumble, with a game-changing pressure that forces the quarterback to make a stupid decision. That we need that from him. Well,
we need Cam to continue to play well too, because if Watt's going to be taking up 2 or 3 guys or a lot of attention, that should leave the middle open all day long.
Yeah, and that's what we're saying, Phil. It's that's what I'm saying. is his presence when guys are sliding to him. That's the time for Cam, who supposedly is having this great renaissance season, to beat someone consistently one-on-one. That's where we need Ogunjobi to blow through there. That's where we need Keanu Benton to step on. That's where we need Herbig to provide more consistent pressure from the outside. And then once that happens, you're going to see teams start shifting protection to the other side. And then now you're going to get in more favorable matchups. You're not going to be consistently chipped the way he is. But, if they keep him bottled up, but he comes through with a sack, a strip, a good fucking knockdown in key situations, I'll be okay with that. As long as he's affecting the game, I'm cool with it, with not seeing the production on the stat sheet, as long as you're affecting the game in a positive way. But we didn't see it last week against the Browns. And that was that's what was starting to get me to worry is, okay, we've seen the past couple games, what is happening. And then this game, he didn't have that, game-changing presence like Phil the Steel was saying. He didn't have it. And I think he gets it back this week. It was just that Browns game. That was just a game I think everyone just wants to forget about on both sides of the ball. Just move on from it and go back out. Because I went back and I was watching some of that film, and they chip him, they tackle would be there, and then the guard would be there. And okay, where's everyone else on that defense coming through?
Three offensive players.
Three guys, yeah. And that's why I'm fine. Yeah. If he has a 0-0-0 stat sheet, these guys should be having, there should be multiple sacks, multiple pressures from everyone else on that line. Because if you want to count three guys for one, you got to beat people one-on-one. And that's why I think we need to start blitzing guys up the middle. If they want to shift over that way, you're seeing it on film. They're sliding to his side. Blitz up the middle. Let Patrick Queen come flying through there. Let Peyton Wilson come flying up through there. Do something.
Well, and to Steve's point, he says we need to stop the run. Blitzing up the middle usually is good against the run as well.
Yeah. And guys have been gashing us too much. Go back to that Giants game. What was that guy's name? Torrey Tracy or whatever his name was. Two first names. He was just gashing us, and we got to get that front three playing a whole hell of a lot better than what they were.
So we got our hands full, basically. That's what it sounds like, right? I mean, this Bengals team is 4-7, but they're good.
They're a good team, yeah. It's their defense is just what's holding them back big time. But and they're starting to play better ball too. That's what's scary. We're starting to catch some of these teams at the wrong time. They're starting to play better. If we catch the Browns earlier in the season when they had Deshaun Watson and they were immense, I don't think that's a win.
Ever.
Yeah, I think that's a win. Now, if we played the Eagles in week 3 or 4, I think that's a win. Now it's we're catching the teams; they're getting hot. We were hot in the middle. Now we're starting to cool off a little. We have to find a way to get heat back up, and I think this game will do it. Even though we're saying a lot of ifs and buts about this team, I think we can do it. I think the offense is going to put up some decent amount of points today. The more I'm thinking about it, I think we're going to be able to move the ball.
Can our offense score over 30?
We can, but will they execute?
And field goals.
Will they execute? That's the problem. They get from the 20 to the 20. This offense is probably one of the best in the league. You get inside the 20, like we've talked about numerous times, and everyone said on the board, we get into the red zone. We forget how to play. We forget how to block. Forget how to run routes. We forget how to throw. It's frustrating.
And then Broderick Jones takes a penalty.
Yeah. They got to do.
He really needs to play well today.
Yeah.
Answer the points. Just reading the board here real quick.
Yeah, just a couple things made me giggle.
Jen says, "What's the best player in the NFL?" Well, we're all entitled to our opinions, Jen. I think we know mine. I hope he plays well today. I hope he plays like the best player.
Yeah. I've been critical at Watt's at points in Watt's career of him. I've been very praiseful of him in his career. I just call it as I see it, game to game, and. Last game was not the best. 007, Justin Fields sub packages. I wasn't a big proponent of them. Now I'm starting to, especially down in the red zone. I say F it. Just get him in there. Russ is struggling, and you put Fields in there and let him run. Let him pass. Don't make it predictable though. Don't make it think, oh, every time he's in there, they know he's just going to run. And if their pass plays don't make it like it's a fake quarterback draw, just let him drop back and throw. The kid has an arm. Let him zing it in there. And you know what? If we get picked off, we get picked off. Oh, well, I don't care. It is what it is. That's the risk you run when you put him in there. But I think the reward is so much higher than the risk of putting him in sub packages. Like if
He's just a better athlete than everybody on the field, honestly.
oh yeah, and that deep pass to Pickens against the Browns on fourth down, I love the call. He was open and he was pushed down, and that should have been pass interference. It was a good call, good execution. It's just they got away with one, and I hope we do pound these bungholes today. I just line it up, play old school. Just ram it down their throat, get the run game going, control the clock, stuff their run game, and let put the ball in Joe Burrow's hand. Don't make them one dimension. Just make them one dimensional.
I think when Joe Burrow messes up, we're going to need the interceptions. It can't be those. Oh, we dropped one, and then the next play they score a touchdown.
Yeah. We can't. Yeah, that's where Ike Taylor 2.0 needs to step up. He needs to, like, if the ball's in his hand, to catch it. Dante Jackson, I think he has solid hands for a corner. So usually when they hit him, he gets them. I want to see Minka come in and get a pick, get a forced fumble. Something to change the game. He usually steps up against the Bengals. He usually does something magical against them. So I'm looking forward to that. And just going back, looking at the Bengals rush offense, bottom half of the league, in all their rushing efficiencies, designed runs, what they do, and we are top tier against those type of runs that they like to do. If we can shut down that run game of the Bengals, make them one dimensional, like you said, force Joe Burrow into bad situations, and then capitalize on them, this game should be a walk in the park for the Steelers.
I just don't have that feeling. I everything you're saying makes sense, and then
it makes sense on paper. It makes sense, but the way the NFL has gone the past couple years, what makes sense usually doesn't happen. The script. I hate to say that. They flip the script, but that seems what happens. Like, you see how this game should go, and it goes the complete opposite direction.
So today's game, is it a 1:00 game, Mike?
It's a 1:00 game. Yeah.
What time do the Ravens play today?
Let me pull up the schedule real quick.
You can pull up the schedule. We'll go through. I like to see what our divisions.
They're the 4:25 game. They are at Philadelphia.
Wow.
Or no, it's a home game. It's a home game. My bad. They're playing Philly in Baltimore. I read it back.
That's a good matchup. Here, I have a secret. I'm not going to be watching the Steelers game today.
So we're going to win then.
I have to listen to it on the radio. I got to drive my kid back to school, and so I'll be listening to DVE.
There you go, Rob King, Craig Wolfley.
Yeah, King does a nice job.
Oh yeah. I was interested to see how he would do, and not too bad for his first year as the Steeler broadcaster.
So I'll be listening to the radio. So hopefully, if you guys, what the Discord, hopefully you guys are in the Discord, and maybe I can follow that a little bit.
Yeah, I'll be in there posting in the Discord.
Yeah, make sure all you guys on the board are in the Discord that want to participate.
Yeah, you'll see me flipping out in the Discord.
We'll get to the bottom of the whole ping pong paddle situation with Derpy and Ryan.
Yeah, we'll get those two guys involved and see what the hell they've been up to. That's like, I want to devote a whole show just to those two and their adventures on Sundays. I think there is something going on there. They're just not telling us.
Yeah, we thought it was the damsels in distress, and now it's just Derpy's in distress.
Derpy's aunt's in distress.
She's probably a nice lady. Does he even
have
an aunt? Do you even know?
I don't know, but it's part of the lore of the show. She's a nice lady, but apparently she gets around. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Logan Wilson is out for the Bengals today. So they're losing guys on the defense that's already banged up. So the offense needs to take advantage big time.
Mike, you're going to be able to post that link to the Discord?
Yeah, I'll get there in a minute here. I was just checking Twitter real quick, and I saw that Logan Wilson's out. That's going to put Joe Bocci in as their starting linebacker. Joe Bocci. I have no idea who this guy is.
Never heard of him.
Never heard him, so you know he's going to have a pick, a sack, a forced fumble. He's going to have something that changes the outcome of the game.
Right. What do we have left here, Mike? Like 15 minutes?
Yeah, about 15 minutes.
Cool. Okay. I want to make sure we get in like our if everybody could participate on the board and give like their prediction for the score. I saw somebody gave one. I believe Phil did. Feel the still. Oh, geez. I don't even want to read what John wrote.
I'll put it up on the board. Screw it.
There you go. Your host. Very nice.
Whoa. Ryan's currently in spread wide offense and pounding hard up the middle. You know what? He's just showing the boys how it needs to be done today. He's showing Najee and showing Jalen Warren how it's done.
Yeah, hopefully Ryan doesn't have any pre-snap penalties.
Jesus Christ on a cracker.
So do you think we'll get some help from the Eagles in the 425 game?
I think so. I think so. I think they have a defense that can shut down Lamar Jackson the way we did. The way Jalen Carter has been playing, that dude is a beast. He's taking over the game. I think he will wreak havoc against Baltimore's line. And yeah, I'm looking for the Eagles to win. I'm looking for Saquon to go off. I'm looking for AJ Brown to have a huge day with it against that poor secondary in Baltimore. I think we get some help from our, wrong side of the state friends.
Yeah, hopefully I'm back by then and I can watch at least the second half. Watching those two running backs, that's going to be great. I mean, heck, there's actually three running backs if you put in Lamar Jackson as running back.
Yeah. Dude, I like how people call him a running back, but they don't call Josh Allen a running back. And they're the same player. You watch them play, they play the game the same way.
Who did the Bills play today? If you have that up still.
I think the Bills were off. Are they on the bye?
I thought they had a bye last week. It could be this week.
Yeah, I'm getting back to the NFL schedule. I'm sorry. It was Cleveland and Denver with the bye. The Bills it's San Francisco. They're still digging out the stadium.
San Fran, boy, do they even have any starters left?
I don't know.
The team's the practice squad team.
It feels like, and I like how everyone's saying, like, oh, this proves Brock Purdy sucks. He doesn't have this guy, that guy, the other. Like, yeah, you take away everyone's starting players, you're gonna suck.
Yeah, right. I mean, what if we lost Pickens?
Yeah.
What would our passing offense look like?
Yeah, let's see. Brandon Ayuk on the IR. Trent Williams out. They're starting left tackle. Their starting guards and centers are out. Oh my God, they like all these good players on the IR or out on offense and defense. That team was just ravished. I thought they were going to make another run for it, but they were injury plagued.
Now, I think in one of your shows earlier this week, Field is still predicted 5 sacks by T-Watt today?
Yeah. I will.
Can he get 2? Do you think
I think he's going to get 2. I think he's going to get home today. You can tell he was not happy with his performance against the Browns. It's the way he was talking to the media, his body language, facial expressions. You can tell he was pissed the way he played, and rightfully so. And usually when you get a pissed off TJ Watt, you kind of feel bad for the next tackle he has to go up against. So I'm thinking he's going to have a little bounce back game.
I hope so.
Oh, God.
I don't know. The board is bad today.
I'm loving it. I just want to stay on for as long as we can keep the ant jokes running.
I would assume they're going to continue over in the Discord.
Yeah. Oh my God. I've lost the plot of the show today.
I don't even think sports is involved.
I know. I don't know where to transition to. I don't know what positions next we're going to talk about.
Well, we might as well talk about Mike Tomlin. How about that?
Okay, we can talk about Mike Tomlin.
We saw on the Bears debacle.
Yeah.
With the clock management.
Yeah.
I've seen Mike Tomlin do this so many times. It's like, it wasn't even shocking to me. Everybody's shocked. I'm like, this is like, Mike Tomlin does that in his sleep. do we have any problems like that today?
No. I think in that situation, Tomlin would have known to call the timeout after the sack. He would have called it right away. Well,
But would
maybe
we have
we'll
had the
let like
timeout
five.
if we would have burned it
We
earlier?
probably would have burned it earlier, but he would have. I think we would have had a play in much faster. But that was just like ineptitude.
Plus, Russell Wilson's a veteran.
He would have known. And then people trying to blame the rookie quarterback. Yeah, you've been in that situation in high school, college, but now the pros is a different level. That's a different kind of pressure that you haven't experienced. And he even saw the play came in late. He said, "Screw it, we don't have enough time. I'm changing it to a play," and he almost hit the
He knew
fucking
he had
play.
one play. Yeah.
Yeah, he almost hit the guy in stride too. If he would have, it would have been close if he would have made it in. But good call by him recognizing the situation. But yeah, that debacle, that was some piss poor clock management. It was almost Tomlin-esque, almost.
They tried.
They tried.
Your boy Arthur Smith. What's he going to do in the first half? Or is it going to be the 3 and outs?
Well, we're going to run on second down. You know it. You know we are going to run
it second and 10
on second down. What's just it's funny though too because you look at the stats, you look at the advanced analytics. We are one of the best teams at running on second down. We gain a decent amount of yards, but that's on average. So you're gonna for every 2 that you hit, you're going to have that crucial third one that doesn't hit and that screws you over, and that's going to put the defense in a bad situation and put your offense in a bad situation. He has to start changing it up, but the run game needs to start firing, get going. It needs to get going because his offense is built on that run game, built on play action.
Ball,
yeah. And if we can't get the run game going, that's going to put the pass game behind schedule, or they just need to throw that script out and just go, you know what, we're going to spread you out, we're going to go 3 wide, we're going to go 4 wide, and we're just going to let Russ cook at that point.
I like when we did the hurry up.
Yeah.
Now, what was that against the Ravens?
I think so. Yeah. You caught them off guard. They weren't expecting it. And it changed the tempo, and it was working. You saw that the guys were fired up for that. You can't run
especially
it
when
all
the
time.
Defense, you like who they have out there.
Yeah. They need to start utilizing that more. I don't know. Go out there with your kind of your base look of 2 tight ends, 1 running back, 2 receivers. I think that would work out. Yeah, spread them all out, get some yardage, and then you can go into your run game into the hurry up because you have Mount Washington in there who can run block. Freiermuth is getting a little bit better at it, so you can catch them off guard by coming out in a passing look, pass that first down, get some yardage, go hurry up so they can't sub in guys, and you just keep them off balance, keep them out of their rhythm, and you stay in your rhythm. We got to find a rhythm early and often, and that's been an Achilles heel of this offense. We don't find it until the second half. We've been making great second half adjustments. Why can't we make them during the fucking game? That's what's killing me. It's like we wait till second half to regroup. It's like we wait till the second half to regroup instead of just coming up with a new plan on the sidelines.
Well, I don't know. This game, I don't have a good feeling about it. I just do not.
I keep waffling back and forth. Between a win and a loss. I know on the show on whatever day we gave our picks, I had the Steelers losing a close one. In the middle of the show, I'm thinking, oh yeah, we're going to win. Now now I'm swinging it back to it's going to be a close loss, but not it's going to be one of those losses that you walk away from that was a good game. And you're not going to be pissed. It was just going to be a hard fought game.
Yeah, we like to keep them close no matter who we play.
We do. Well, yeah. It's because it's rigged, okay? Don't forget it's rigged.
Are you not entertained?
Other
offense.
Yeah. We should be clicking to it. Yeah. I thought by this point the offense would be flying, but it's not. God, we got to get a new one. Maybe Artie Smith needs to take that North Carolina job, and we need to go out and get a different offense coordinator.
Yeah. I don't know, though. We don't even know who our quarterbacks are going to be next year, though.
That's true. I wouldn't be opposed to bringing Russ back.
I think that's what's going to happen.
And there's reports out there saying that he's willing to take less money to stay. And now, is that less money going to be, what up, bud?
Stop talking.
Is that less money going to be $25 million a year? I would take that if you can get Russell Wilson for $25 million a
Because
year.
what's he making? 40 this year? Like
He's
39, 40.
like 38 from the Broncos and one something from us. So yeah, but if you can get him for like in that 25, even 30 million a year range, that puts him in the middle of the pack, which is kind of where he is in his career, and that would be worth it. That's what the going rate is for a veteran quarterback who has success in the league and still putting up pretty good numbers.
And then what do? Do you draft somebody?
Yeah, I'm taking a look at
Just
that.
let them sit for a couple of years?
Yeah, I'm taking a look at that
Learn?
draft, and I'm seriously scouting these guys because I, I hate to say it, but maybe you do burn a first round pick on one of these guys. You know, if they fall to you, don't reach for them. If someone's there who has you think could be a guy in the future, you draft him and you sit him for a year or two, which I think you need to do because you've seen a lot of these quarterbacks that are getting thrust in there, and they're not playing well.
Well, yeah, but I mean, what, 90% of them fail?
Yeah, that's what it feels like. And like, look at up in Indianapolis what they're doing to Anthony Richardson. He should not be starting. He should be sitting behind a veteran because he hasn't played a lot of snaps in high school and college and now in the pros. He needs to sit and let him learn. That's what the Steelers need to do. Go out and get someone. Maybe even wait till the second round and get someone. You know, that's where Hurts came from in the second round. You find a guy that has potential but needs time to learn and stick him behind Russell Wilson. Let them learn.
Yeah, I don't think Fields will be back. I think
No,
he's going to go get starter money somewhere.
yeah, and good for. I wish we would keep him. I think there's something there. I don't think he's ever going to be a top 10 quarterback, but he could if he can peak at like top 15, top 20. That's more than enough on a good team with a good offense and a good defense to get you somewhere.
What can you pull up the betting? What are the Steelers favored by here?
We are, according to DraftKings, we are 3-point dogs.
Yeah, I was going to say 2.5, 3
Yeah,
dogs.
it's Bengals -3.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's a that's an even game. The home team's
What
usually a 3-point
right?
favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's an even.
What's the over under?
46. I think we're hitting the over.
46. I know. I think the Bengals can get
I know the
almost
Bengals
all the way there.
Yeah, it's not an indictment on the Steelers defense. That's just their offense. If they're clicking, can do that on their own. And I think Jen had Steelers 27-24. So yeah, that's the over right there. Yeah, I think it's going to be a high scoring game.
I think we're going to score like 28 or more.
Mm.
I have no idea what they're going to score.
Yeah, I know like it's like which are we gonna have to shut down Steeler defense or the one that's shutting down for a long time? The offense, gives them the ball back on the short field or a bunch of 3 and outs, and then they're back out there on short rest. It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, gosh, I hate to pick the Bengals, but I think I have to pick the Bengals. Ah, that's like depressing.
See, I don't know. I'm there. We got just under a minute left here. A little over. Who cares? We can keep going. But I'm taking the Steelers. I'm changing it back. I'm taking the Steelers.
All right.
28. The Cincinnati Bengals 27. It's going to be a tight one. Offense is going to win it at the end. It's going to be a game-winning touchdown to
Williams.
Mike Williams. I'm just going with it, boys, at this point. I'm trying to will it into existence. Well, I want Mike Williams to get more than one target.
Yeah, I don't understand that pickup if he's not going to play.
It has to be some type of injury that popped up that they're not reporting.
Well, I'm going to pick the Bengals 31, the Steelers 28.
Ooh.
I hope that's flopped.
Me too. Like I think earlier in the week I had the Steelers losing by like 3, and I'm like secretly hoping that score is flipped as well. But I don't know. Right now I'm leaning towards us winning. We'll see. We'll see.
Right.
I hope you're right, Phil. I hope you are right.
Waffle House.
Hey, when you play both sides, you can't lose. When you when you arm the insurrectionists and you arm the invaders, you can't lose. It's all about what's going to help me. So I pick both.
Mike's over here funding both sides of the war.
Yeah, I'm like Nick Cage in Lord of War.
All right. I guess anything else you got, Mike?
I got nothing else other than we're gonna run through this Bengals defense the way Ryan's running through Derpy's aunt.
Well, in honor of Derpy, I'm gonna say we're from the town with the great football team.
Oh Jesus God. Oh God. All right, everyone. We got 40 minutes till kickoff. I'll be over in the Discord, the Discord. Doom posting. Hope to see you all there. Hopefully, we'll see you back here tomorrow on Steeler Victory Monday. Anything else, Ryan? Brian,
it's all right.
Brian,
I gotta grow the beard.
I know, right?
No, I'm good. Hopefully, we see a lot of terrible towels, and hopefully, it's a win.
Hopefully, it is a win. So we will see you all Monday. Be sure to check out Brian's show over at BVP Radio. Check it out. Check out his YouTube channel. Check out our channel some more. See you guys on Monday. Have a good one.
All right. Thanks for joining us, everyone.